All right. Hello, chat. How's it going? Welcome back. Today is more of everyone's favorite Resident Evil ever. Resident Evil Survivor 2, Code Veronica. We're making strides in finishing up the dungeon mode. We are pretty much right at the end of the arcade mode. The things are happening. Things are coming together. They're just about done even. Yet they feel so far away. It still feels like we have so much to go. But it's not much. It's not. I swear. It's not a lot. I'm not crazy. We don't have much left. And also, it is no longer a nightmare. Granted, technically, it never had a name to begin with. But they named the new Nightmare minigame in Delta, and I think it was GameSpot who put this footage out there. There's a short, tiny clip of them going through like the extras menu in the GameSpot video, and you can see it in there. It's playable from the menu, assumedly once you unlock it or something. And they called it Guy Savage Delta. It is Guy Savage with the little Delta triangle. There we go. It has a name now, damn it. Guy Savage Delta. Totally not weird name.
Resident Evil.
Very, very natural and fitting. Guy Savage Delta. Okay. Also, it's like rainy out, so there's no light coming in. I'm working with what I got today. It's one of those days. There is just no sunlight to be found. 80 hit combo. I don't know if I'm ready. I'm livid about Delta performance on console. I would be.
Come on.
If I hadn't predicted it. Stream stuttering again? What do you mean? It can't be. Hold on. Hold on. Let me just try a good old-fashioned one of these. Hold on, chat. Say hello to the void. How about now? I'm watching. Was that one? I can't tell. Seems fine to me. Personally. I think it's fine. I think it's perfectly fine. I'm gonna hope it's fine. Why is it doing that? Oh, you guys aren't even seeing it do that. That's just on my end. Okay. Maybe fixed? We'll see. Okay. How the hell am I getting 80 hits in here? With Chris, maybe? Well, there are a lot of factors that I have to figure out here for a gigantic combo run. 80 hits? Yeah, 80 is a lot. Especially on this map where I feel like there are less coins to be found. I say as I get a double coin. No one there. Okay, maybe not too bad. With the right routing, it might be very doable. Oh no. Okay. It wouldn't let me aim down at the spider. I don't know what happened there. It was doing the automatic like up and down thing just fine, and then it stopped. Thank you, Resident Evil Survivor 2. Ooh. Hold on, I might have something. Maybe a little head start. Yeah, even if I do get a little something in there, it's just too hard to carry it forward. Oh. I can get 12 just in that room. Tell me I went the right way. This is not where I intended to go, but I can make that work. Shit. From there, it's been a minute too. That's the worst part. I think this door is the one I wanted. Maybe. Yes. Go. 28 is a good start just in the first couple rooms. Can the combo drop if you don't get a kill in enough time? Yeah, that's what the meter is for. It's counting down until it resets. Okay. You know, maybe it's not that bad. It all depends on, yeah, I was gonna say how many rooms in a row I can get that have like coins and groups of enemies all in one. Okay, maybe they upped it to 80 for a reason. Oh no. I'm not seeing or hearing anything. Oh God. Hold on. 55. And she's healthy. I don't know if the moths are worth it. Oh, they could be. 62 and still pretty healthy. Hold on. Oh no, I'm back here. Oh God. Just go in a door. Pray. I need a coin badly, or just a big group. The door that I went in was the hunter door from earlier. Damn it! Dead at 63. I don't think this map will be too bad. I've concluded. The combo, I mean. Son of a bitch. Looking forward to that Project Wingman review. I do not have time for Project Wingman. I was saying yesterday, I don't even know if I have time for Silk Song right now. Like, Project Wingman, even less sure. More just, there's no way. There's no fucking way. Because I already, once Delta and Gears come out, on Tuesday, I will have 5 games that I'm playing on stream. Or sorry, no. I currently have 5 right now. I will have 7 games that I'm playing on stream come Tuesday. So Silk Song, if I tried to squeeze that in, would bring me up to 8. And if I tried to push that even further and add Project Wingman, I would be playing 9 games on stream. So I don't think I could fit it. I don't think I can fit it. Like, at all. There's no way. Because even 6 or 7 is already like that upper limit where, like, as soon as I get to 6 or 7, and I'm juggle all of those together, people already get to be like, oh my god, why are we not playing this game? Did you drop this game? What's happening? That happens at like 6. Anything beyond that, it starts to get even worse. This is a way better door to go through. But 53 is... Oh. Oh no. Where's my redeem? Would you believe me if I said I forgot it again? Oh shit. God damn it. Most streamers do 1 or 2. Exactly. My schedule is too loaded for Project Wingman right now. My schedule is probably too loaded for Silk Song on launch. I'll probably have to push Silk Song until after it's been out for a while, but then that's gonna suck. Cause you know who backseats, bro? The Hollow Knight fans. You think you've seen backseating before? No, no, no. The Souls players get the bad rep. They don't even deserve it. The Hollow Knight fans, on the other hand, they deserve it. I'm not surprised. So it's kind of one of those games that, like, ideally playing it right when it comes out would minimize the backseating, but I don't know if I have time, man, which sucks. There's too much coming out. And then we have Battlefield in October. And then we have COD in November. There's too much. How is a man supposed to keep up with everything? I am but one. Never backseated, how dare you? Project Wingman might just get moved, since Silksong will be out, it might just get moved to be like a victory lap for AC or something. Just don't play things on release. But bro, release is like the most fun time to play stuff. And I get that, you know, you wouldn't know, because you fucking never play things on release. Like, I can't think of a time other than like Oblivion this year. You jumped in on Oblivion right as it came out, but that even was a little different, because that kind of had it where, you know, like, the fun thing about playing it on launch is like everyone's kind of figuring stuff out and talking about it, like, you know, everyone's kind of doing it all at the same time, and then you just get to come together and be like, oh my god, did you find this thing? I found this thing, it's so great. Don't you love this thing? I love this thing. You know, all that stuff is what makes it so fun. And Oblivion had some of that, because a lot of people were playing Oblivion for the first time through the remaster. But even then, like, it was Oblivion, so the game's been out for 20 years. A lot of us already knew so much about the game. But that is what makes playing games on release so fun. Like, just all of the community aspect of it. Like, the collective sort of aspect of it. Like, release periods is so fun. I live for it. If you don't buy on release, you have to make the effort of going out of your way for spoilers. That too. That I'm a little less worried about. I feel like I've mastered the art of avoiding spoilers at this point. I've made it through some pretty spoiler-heavy release periods. But, no, this, like... It really, I love the community aspect of a release, of a game release. Like, everyone kind of all checking things out at the same time and just enjoying it collectively is so fun. Ignore Gears, I feel. Man, that's like telling me to ignore, like, Resi or Halo or COD. You know? I just can't. That's one of those that I just can't. Fuck me sideways. Why am I in another room with Bandersnatches? I was trying to, like, not end up in this room. A green herb, thank God. That buys me some time. And yeah, we crushed the combo that time. Not too bad. Oh my God, do you guys ever, like, okay, this might be a me thing. I do not like having notifications on YouTube. I know some people love having notifications on YouTube. A lot of people like having my notifications on YouTube. However, I do not like having my notifications on for, like, anyone on YouTube. There's no one on this platform who I feel the need to watch everything, like, right as it goes up, right? So I don't have noties. And I swear, it might just be because I'm subscribed to, like, a million fucking people from just everyone I've subbed to over, like, the 15 years of having a YouTube account. But I think that I have all of mine turned off. I think that I'm good about turning them off right as I sub to a new channel. And then, like, every couple weeks or so, I just get a random notification from a channel I'm subbed to, and I'm like, I swear I turned your notifications off. I have to have turned them off. There's no way. I went so many years without Halo and Gears spoilers. I'm proud of my ignorance. Well, to be fair, you weren't on the internet when those games were, like, in their prime. So I feel like you missed those kind of just by genuinely not being around when a lot of people were discussing them. Because Gears does have, like, a Gears of War community that's still active to this day, absolutely. But it's not what it used to be. And you kind of have to seek out the Gears community to find it. You don't just kind of stumble into Gears of War content. It's out there. There's plenty of it, but you don't just happen upon it by accident, if that makes sense. Where was I going with that? Oh yeah, so it makes sense that you never got spoiled on stuff like that. Because in, like, the late 2010s, or sorry, the late 2000s, early 2010s, you just really weren't on the internet. So, like, that kind of makes sense, because those games were huge just during a period that you weren't online and engaging with, like, the gaming community as a whole. I miss Halo and Gears being as big as they were, man. I had BioShock spoiled by Far Cry 3 for me. The funny thing is that I know exactly what you mean. I also had BioShock spoiled by Far Cry 3. I played Far Cry 3 before I played BioShock. How did I open these up again? Not that I need to. I miss Halo also. It was such a titan. Now it's irrelevant. And it's so weird because I don't think it's because the games are bad. Because honestly, like, you play it now. Or sorry, you play the newer games now. And granted, there is a lot of discourse about whether or not the quality has dropped that considerably, but like, Halo Infinite, you play it, and aside from how lacking the multiplayer content was on release, it's really good. It's probably up there with the Bungie era games in terms of just like, it plays well, it's compelling. Even Halo 4 and 5 were good. 5 we're stretching it. 4 I'll give you. But I feel like maybe games like Halo just are so not, I guess, in style right now. Because obviously for a while there was the big, like, competitive multiplayer, like, esports craze that reshaped things a lot in, like, the mid-2010s in terms of what was popular. Where, like, people didn't want to play single-player games as much anymore. They more wanted to play things like, I don't know, Counter-Strike, Rainbow Six Siege was huge. League of Legends. Overwatch, when that came out, was explosive. Like, things really shifted to multiplayer. And then, obviously, right after that was the Battle Royale explosion, where, like, PUBG and Fortnite and Apex all came out in the span of, like, 2 years of each other. And that all blew the fuck up. And I feel like stuff like Halo that kind of splits itself between, you know, good but short single-player experiences and also, like, socially geared multiplayer experiences just aren't in style anymore. Because even now that things have switched back to single-player, it's more, like, heavily cinematic, long... The open world thing is kind of dying down, but for a bit it was open world single-player games. Did you hear the Bungie CEO is gone? The studio is under Sony control now? I didn't hear this. But that's not shocking at all. I was saying maybe a couple months ago that I figured Bungie was gonna just come under Sony control because that was part of their contract. So I didn't hear that update, but that doesn't shock me at all. It's like me hearing this morning that performance for Delta on console is terrible. I'm like, yeah, that's unfortunate, but I can't say I didn't see this coming. Like, this was very easily predicted. I've kind of had crazy predictions this year. I feel like my only big miss is Silksong. And even then, the Silksong thing was, like, half serious, but half just leaning into the bit and fully committing to it. I feel like that's my only, like, huge miss this year. I feel like I've been on a good streak, now that I'm thinking about it. Better than normal, for me at least. I feel like I've been on a pretty good string of predictions here. Trying to think if there were any other, like, crazy misses this year, because it's kind of wild to think how long this year has been already, or at least it feels really long. What do you think about Prime 4 this year, though? No fucking way. There's no way it comes out this year. Not a chance. Sorry, because my predictions have been phenomenal this year. So, now that I've spoken it, it probably will come to pass, but there's no way. There's no shot. I want it to, it just isn't. I want it to as well. Like, the only thing that makes me not want it to is needing to buy a Switch 2. But other than that, like, yeah, I want Metroid Prime to come back so badly. I just don't think it's happening this year. At least we got an announcement, and it is like, yeah, Prime 4 is finally going to be a thing, but I don't think it's this year. They keep just quietly pushing it, you know? It's kind of okay. All right, let's try to S-rank some arcade mode stuff, see if we can't, what's it? See if we can't get this last, like, single stage unlocked, because that's the only thing left for arcade mode. I'm thinking it'll be December. December is, like, the earliest that I can think of it. Did y'all get a game a few years ago? We got a remaster of the original Metroid Prime in, like, 2021? Question mark? No, 2. Early 2022, I think. That sounds right. Early 2022. The Metroid Prime remaster. Right? No. Was it 23? It can't. Was it? It was early 23. It was early 23. Never mind. That feels so much longer ago. Wonder what Cole thinks. I haven't played Ghost of Tsushima. And I'll be honest with you guys, in terms of the protagonist being iconic, I think this is the first time I've ever heard their name spoken. Because Jin Saki does not ring a bell in the slightest to me. Months looking for someone playing this, and I finally found someone. I don't know if this is a good or a bad thing. But here I am. It's really good. Yeah, it's on my backlog. I have to get to it. Oh. Sakai? Was it just typoed? Or did I misread it? Because I read fast. I gotta look back now. It was typoed. Okay. Next to me. I'm so sorry. Look, not... I would not look at this game the way that I do if this 100% wasn't so long. Why is it so long? And also, we just don't know what we're doing half the time. It's all guesswork trying to get stuff to unlock because none of the documentation is accurate online. It's crazy. February 23. Okay, it was 23. Because I was thinking about it, and I'm like, wait a minute, no. Because it came out, like, around the time... Well, actually, what made me realize it was 23 was that I lived back in Minnesota when it came out. And if it came out early 20... Florida, that was my giveaway, that I was like, oh! Never mind. Than any of the others. I don't think it's taken as long as RE3 yet. But I think it is the second longest currently. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Horrified of how bad it was, of course. Like, the fact that I just hop on this and casually S-rank it at this point is also... I keep saying it, but it's tragic that I've played enough of Resident Evil Survivor 2 for the PlayStation 2 to consistently just hop on and clear it. It says enough. It has been a ridiculous amount of playtime for a game that, like, you know, the main scenario is 25 minutes long. It's fucked up. I have a save for Judgment right on Insane that starts a single section after the beginning. Hold on. You have my attention. I'm waiting for me to have done all of them and still have a playthrough, or still have to play through the entire game to unlock Insane proper to play that single mission. I was telling False last night, actually, speaking of Judgment, we were gaming a bit on Judgment. There goes my no damage. We were continuing with it. And I let her in on the Seriously achievement for Judgment that I honestly can't believe I never did back in the day, but I guess because I never played on Insane when I was a kid. What's it? Gears Judgment has the easiest Seriously achievement out of the franchise, like by a mile. Because all it requires you to do is just play the game on Insane and declassify every mission in the campaign and complete it that way. So basically just play the game on the highest difficulty and do the optional challenge with every chapter. And that's all it takes to get the Seriously achievement, which is so weird because every Gears game normally increases the challenge for the I almost said Suicidal achievement. For the Seriously achievement. But Gears Judgment is like the easiest by a mile. I'm gonna try for Seriously on Reloaded. I am gonna try. I'm assuming they're gonna carry over the change from what's that? From Ultimate Edition that made it so that you didn't have to do it in ranked match and you could just do it in player matches as well. 10,000 kills on multiplayer is still a lot, even though it might not sound like it. But, I think I could do it over time, maybe. Love that you're S-ranking this while reading comments, not looking at the screen. We've been here for so long. We've been here for far too long. That might not have been an S-rank because I got hit. But the pistol, or the handgun bonus, might carry it. Ah, shit. I'll take an A. Have you done Dead Space Impossible with the one gun run? It's actually rewarding. I haven't done both together, but I've done both of them separately for achievements. 10K is so many. Yeah, especially because it's not like Gears 2's Seriously achievement. That was just get 100,000 kills, anything. Like, it could be in campaign and stuff, horde mode, whatever. Gears 1 Seriously is 10,000 player kills on multiplayer. So if you just assume, you know, that on average you're gonna get like 20 kills a match, give or take, over the course of the entire time grinding it, and the matches take about 10 minutes, give or take, it's an insane grind. It's a really, really long grind. Which, that's the whole legacy of the Gears of War Seriously achievement, though, right? Like, they're called Seriously with a question mark because it's like, you actually have this? What the fuck? They're all just supposed to be like mega grindy achievements that you only get if you love the game enough to play it for that long. Because none of them are like particularly difficult. They're all just like, you have to play hundreds of hours of this game to get this achievement. There's no other way to do it. You just play for an insane amount of time. Right? I'm ready to take a bite of this brownie. I did it. It's so good. Yeah, False's work brought in crumble cookie, and she claimed a brownie for herself. And then because False has recently been like genuinely starting to track her calories, like in an actual tracker, After she is messaging me this morning being like, oh my god, I got a free brownie. It looks amazing. And sending me a picture of it and everything. She sends me a screenshot from their website of like the nutrition facts for everything that they sell. And that brownie is slightly over 1,000 calories. And she was just like, what the fuck? I was like, yeah, that seems about right for crumble, actually. That's about what I remember. I don't want to crash a party I'm not invited to. Yeah, it's because you were preemptively banned, obviously. Very much not invited. 1,000 calories, that must be a good brownie. Bro, you know. It's a Dubai chocolate. Yeah, there you go. If you eat it over 3 days, that's what I said. I said just split it up. Like, if it's too much, just split it up. Oh, and the Dom achievements are just co-op now. They don't have to be Dom. That's a good change. Because honestly, the specification over the years for you have to get the you have to get the co-op achievements specifically by being player 2 for an entire playthrough is so silly. Like it always has been. So that is a good change. I can split it up or I could not. Hey, you're the one doing the tracking. As long as you stay under, I see no problem. I see no problem. Achievements linked in Discord. I'm not surprised that they came out because we got Delta's achievements a few days ago, right? Oh, it looks like they did a lot more just story achievements. Like a lot more. It looks like you're just gonna constantly be getting story achievements in this game. What the fuck?
Contamination detected. Level Instruction A executed. All personnel evacuate.
Oh, I forget that they added casual difficulty to the game with Ultimate Edition too.
Contamination detected. Level S. Instruction A.
I will eat a 1,000 calorie brownie, and the other 400 can be actual nutrition. Hey, however you do it.
Instruction A executed.
However you do it.
All personnel evacuate immediately.
It's girlfriend time? What do you mean, see you? It's girlfriend time. I think your girlfriend would love Resident Evil Survivor 2 Code Veronica. I think you just need to introduce her to it. I don't see how she couldn't. You know, chat, False talks about how when we get a place together, and I now have all of these weird little like old console games from over the years that I've collected specifically for the YouTube stuff. She talks about some of them being like so good to have now, like the Chronicles games for the Wii. For Resi, she's like, oh, those will be fun to just play like on the Wii in 2-player. I'm like, yeah, you're right. But I think she's been sleeping on Resident Evil Survivor 2 Code Veronica as just a fun game to have on the PS2 in the living room. Ah, fuck. Ah, okay, I'm chilling a little too hard in that corner. I got it. Some things are better to be slept on. I don't know. I don't know. Only if we play Dead Aim together. She's really excited about me having a Dead Aim copy. I told her about how fucking weird that game is. Just because when I played it for the first time for the review, I was like, dude, what am I experiencing right now? And she watched a long play of it on YouTube. and now is just like, oh my god, I can't wait. I need to play Resident Evil Dead Aim. This game looks amazing. Is it good? I didn't think it was great. It's still a Survivor game. They took the name out, like the subtitle out, but it is Survivor 4. Survivor 3 was a Dino Crisis game, the whole thing. But it was the third Survivor game for the Resi series, so it still is like, it has good qualities, but there's a lot that's kind of just off about it. Mostly the story in Dead Aim is where I was like, what am I playing right now? The story gets so bizarre, even by Resident Evil spin-off standards. Is Dino Crisis good? The first one, yes, definitely. The second one, I like it. I can see where some people don't. I would say more people like it than don't, Dino Crisis 2. But there's a solid amount of people that aren't big on it. Dino Crisis 3, I can't remember what it was called, was a shit show. I can't remember what that one was called. And then Dino Stalker was the third Survivor game. That was Dino Crisis. That one I have not played. I can't speak on that. Someday, maybe. If I ever do Dino Crisis videos. Ow. Oh my god, Nemi's gonna come in behind me too. There we go. I couldn't get a critical for my life. Was the beginnings of Capcom's tank controls. Yeah, Dino Crisis and RE3 basically came out like on top of each other. Oh no. I didn't die. Mediocre at best. Yeah, I would say Dead Aim is okay. But there are a lot of elements to Dead Aim that were really weird. Bruce's neck probably be one of the weirdest things in the game. Bruce McGivern's neck is not right. There's some, oh. Ignore that, it's like it didn't happen. There's something very wrong about that man's neck and the way that it bends and press, and it's some freaky shit. Scarier than most BOWs in the series. Have you seen that Gears bitch's neck? Don't even. The Gears bitches? Which Gears bitch are we talking about here? No, Claire. God damn it. Whose neck are we talking about from Gears? Coltrane? Coltrane's got an insane neck. All of them? You know what? I'll give that to you. They all got gigantic necks. The men, yes. I love the Gears bitches. Except Baird. Baird's got a pretty thick neck. Not as thick as the others, but Baird is definitely less bulky than the rest of them in general. Probably just because he's supposed to be more the science guy. He was just a science guy pre-E-Day. I think he did work for the COG prior to E-Day, but he wasn't like a frontline soldier, if I remember right. I could be misremembering. The comic book lore is a little iffy for me, but I think that was what it was. Like, he did work for the COG. He was kind of one of the brains, one of the nerds, but never a, what's it? Never a soldier. You spoiling me? Are you gonna read the comics? I didn't realize you were that into the Gears story. When I talk about the stuff from the comics, I kind of just assume you're not going to read them. Which is why I tell you stuff from the comics randomly. But no, if you're gonna read the Gears comics, then I'll stop. Sure. Baird's brain is in his neck. You right? That's what I thought. I was like, I didn't realize you were gonna read the comics, but okay. Hello, Dream Master. Because I downed so early, and because of how weird the scoring system is in this game, this could still be an S rank. Is there smut in the Gears comics? No, there's no smut. I'm sorry to report to you. No smut in the Gears of War comics. Oh my god. I probably shouldn't have come into this room. Then no. I will not read them. All right, I'll just work off the assumption that you're not going to then. Bruh, no. That's fucked up. I went for the extra score and it bit me in the ass. I should have known better. You could revive the series if they add it. Yeah, you think we should just try to convince them to pick the Gears comics back up? Make them more of a continuous thing again? Just add some smut. Keep the female demographic eating good. I can't eat this whole brownie anyway. Shit's sweet as fuck. I saw this coming from a mile away. You can never finish anything that's like really sweet. And this was this was so predictable. You being like, what if I want to eat the whole brownie? Both of us knowing damn well you would not if you wanted to. Claire. She throws fire. I don't know if you know. This boss just has too much health, dude. The dogs with the buffed health doesn't help. Or don't help. Brammer. You don't want a female demographic? You know what happens when you have a female demographic? Yeah, I forgot. They couldn't even get voice actors for this. I don't know if it was that they couldn't get them, or just that they were making this on such a low budget that they just didn't. Which, because I say that, it kind of feels just as likely that they said, you know what? Just keep it cheap. I did go down twice. To be fair. I didn't play the original game because nothing makes sense here. Well, who... I can't remember who they outsourced this to. But Capcom did assist in the development. One of my favorite fun facts about this is that Shinji Mikami actually... Which is an insane fun fact. But I think he was like lead producer on this game. So this project was, at least to some extent, overseen by the director of RE1, PS1 RE1. Actually both, he directed the remake as well. And RE4, the original RE4. Which is an insane fun fact, but a true one. You play the game and you're like, how? Time Crisis for the PS1 looks better than this. I genuinely don't know why this game just looks so off. Because it, for the most part, is just using Code Veronica's assets, right? Little bits of like RE3 and stuff sprinkled in there, but it's pretty much all just CV assets. And CV looks great. Survivor 2 just looks kind of odd. Like, I can't put my finger on it, but something about this game just always feels off. Just a little bit. Just ever so slightly off. Looks stiff? Yeah. That actually might be it. It might just be the animations for everything making it weird. Oh, I almost got hit by that one. That's bullshit. I love that he always like hard targets the partner before you. I wonder if that was scripted in. He goes for the partner every time. I feel like he never aggroes to me as long as Claire is alive. Thank God, it's a blessing for avoiding this attack. Oh no. Oh, it was a good run. You stay back. Oh my God, okay. I managed. I don't know if anyone said it. Said it. God damn it. I did change one thing that might be causing it. Yeah, I did change one hardware thing. It would be so weird if that was the cause, but it could be. I can't change it right now. Like, I can't undo it right now. But I'll try it for tomorrow. We'll see. Oh, also, I said yesterday, some people might be confused because at the end of yesterday's stream, I said it was a special stream, but I said that totally spacing that the Rev 2 video was going up this morning. So, you know, that means Resident Evil stream. Tomorrow is a special stream, a very special stream. I was wrong about it being today. It was scheduled for today, but that was before I had to move the scheduling of the video. Supervisor was his title. Mikami. Still insane. Anyway. Yeah, I had to move the schedule around because the Rev 2 video was supposed to go up earlier, but then there was the, I can just say it now. There was the sponsor made me have to move it around because that event for the sponsor was under embargo from Paramount. And so the video could not go up before today. That I could publish the video with that sponsor in it. So I had to move things around. Special stream and it's more Survivor 2. Obviously, that's what I meant. Obviously. The raid sponsorship. The raid sponsorship. I didn't think I would work with them again. Because this is lore that I can talk about behind it. The micro setters are on Twitch too. Yeah, I think it's my hardware. I think it's the thing I changed. Man, I didn't think I would work with Raid again because I worked with them a long time ago. I worked with them back when I was only on Twitch. I did a dedicated like sponsored stream for them years ago. For not a lot of money, but they were my first sponsor I ever got back then. And it was a good bit of money considering channel size and all that. And I didn't think I would work with them again. And then last year, like about this time last year, a little earlier, like maybe early August last year, they emailed me. Oh, I got it. I got the thing. Hold on. Now I just S rank that and arcade mode is totally finished. Okay. Sorry.
Resident E.
They reached out last year and said like, hey, we want to do an integration in a video. What's your rate? And this was at the time that I was just finishing the Metal Gear series, and that shit was doing numbers. So I got a little ballsy, and I threw out a crazy number. Crazy high number for the pay, like what they would have to pay me as in my rate for an integration. I threw out a crazy number, and they work through an agency. So the agency reaches out to creators and handles all of the sponsorship stuff for them.
The self-destruct system
And
has been
they reached out to me. I gave them this crazy number, like super overpriced number.
immediately.
They said, okay, we'll bring it to the team at Raid and see what they think. We'll let you know if you get approved. I never heard back. And I said,
The
yeah,
self-destruct
kind of
system
expected that.
has been
Worth a shot.
all personnel.
So especially after that, I didn't think I would work with Raid again. But then randomly, like a month ago, I get an email in my business email out of nowhere. The same person from the agency reaching out to me. And they're just like, hey, you've been approved for this price, and we have a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles event coming up at the end of August. And my jaw dropped. Like a full year later, they were just like, hey, actually, so we're willing to pay this price. We have a big event coming up. My jaw just hit the floor. I was like, well, I didn't expect to get it, but I'll take it. What was the number, though? I don't think I can say how much they paid me. But False knows what it was. False knows that I threw out a number that was overvaluing myself, to be sure. And I just never expected to get it. And for the last year, I just thought that I didn't get it. Definitely worth. Oh, shit. Yeah. Totally worth it. Since they ended up paying it, yeah. If they never ended up paying it, I could say what it was. Like, I could say the number that I threw at them, but since we did actually sign a contract for that amount, I can no longer just be like, oh yeah, this is what they paid me. Being a Raid Shadow Legends pusher. Hey, she knows what the contract was worth. She would have done it too. Believe me, I think any of you would have done it, to be completely honest with you. The one thing I said about Raid over the years, after working with them way back in my Twitch days, is that they pay well. Raid does not cheap out. Because Raid, genuinely, as crazy as it might sound to a lot of people, those sponsorships that Raid does all over YouTube make them so much money. Like, they absolutely make out on these sponsorships, and they're more than willing to pay the money that they do for them because of that. Also, is this is the Nemi intro? Or no? No, I'm crazy. Congrats on the collab. It's just the story behind it is so good, because I genuinely, a year ago when my numbers were up, threw out, like, my numbers were way up. I threw out this crazy number that I didn't expect to get. Just saying, ah, fuck it. Shoot my shot with Raid again. And then after a year of, I guess not being ghosted, but effectively being ghosted after throwing the number at them, they just were like, hey, actually, we've approved it. Here you go. We'd like you to sign an NDA and a contract. Because the event was coming up pretty soon. This was like 3 weeks ago. Ish. I'd shame someone like Mr. Beast for taking a sponsor, though. He does not need it. I wouldn't even shame someone who's that big, genuinely, because here's the thing about content creation, right? And every content creator does this knowing this. Even if you become successful as a creator, the time that you will remain successful in that position is very limited. Like, genuinely, once you make it to the point where you can do it full time, you've got maybe like 5 to 10 years to actually be able to do it like that. For the most part, there are some exceptions out there, but generally speaking, you have a limited window where you can actually do that. So generally, make everything that you can of it while you have it, because it's not going to last that long. It's most just how long, not I made it. Yeah, once you do kind of make it to a point where you can do it full time and rely on it, then the question goes from like, will I be able to do it, to how long do I have to keep doing it? Unless you're Markiplier. Yeah, unless you're like genuinely the 0.0001%. Even when you do make it, you're not gonna be able to sustain it for that long. So you kind of just make the most of it while you have it. Also, 10-minute speedrun, go. I would say Markiplier does deserve it, though. Because, yeah, he's not just a YouTuber. He's genuinely just a, like, an outstanding creative. When does Iron Lung come out, though? That is crazy. I kind of forgot that that was a thing. Around your age, a bit older, and was earning like 1.3 million quid a year. He made it. I was jealous. Yeah. Do you know what he did? I'm very curious with that kind of income, because that's something crazy. What did he do? I feel like I need to know. Xbox is saying you're still playing AC6. That is weird. My Xbox is... It made me check. I'm like, did I turn my Xbox off? But I did. That is weird. I just played Metal Gear 2 Snake's Revenge. Man, that game was terrible. There you go. I will never again say anything bad about Peace Walker. That's why I said it. When you were like, Peace Walker's the worst Metal Gear, I immediately was just like, you try it. It totally changes your perspective on Metal Gear. Now, keep in mind that doing the review series stuff, what's it? In release order, that was the second Metal Gear game I ever played. Snake's Revenge. In its entirety, mind you. In its entirety. And yeah, that game. I don't want to disclose anymore. Fair. Wild to see that income in a young individual. I mean, it's wild to see that income in anyone. Like 1.3 million a year. Because even then, that's quid, right? So that's like 1.6, 1.7 million in USD a year, yearly income. Like, that's insane income for anyone, right? Absolutely insane. Bro had an OnlyFans to make that kind of dough. Hey, he might have. He could have. Absolutely. I'm so boring with money, though. Like, I think about, you know, if I had that kind of income, what do I do with it? And my answer wholeheartedly is like nothing. I just live as I live, knowing that I don't have to worry about money. Yes, you are. Like, I know damn well if I had that kind of money, I would be living in like a very average house, playing video games all day. Not all day, during all my free time. Like, that's all I'd be doing. Genuinely, I know damn well that's all I'd be doing. That's all I want to do. I have not grown up in that sense. That is still just like, bro, I would have time for Silk Song and Project Wingman and fucking everything. If I had that kind of, I could sit here and just do whatever. I would want an average house. I ain't cleaning no big house. That's the thing. Because even like big house, how many of those rooms am I gonna use? Not many. And then like, just because you don't use them doesn't mean you don't have to clean them, because like dust accumulates, right? So even if it's a room that kind of just, you're still gonna have to clean it. What is this? This is Resident Evil Survivor 2. Code Veronica. This is not the exit. I need to play it. You know, if this looks good to you, go for it. Go for it. You'd have a cleaner and a gardener. Bro, actually, you're kind of right. If like putting myself, even, I'm not gonna adjust for, you know, different currencies. Even if I just made 1.3 million a year, I wouldn't be cleaning my own house, would I? I bet you I wouldn't be. When you put it like that, maybe. I probably, like, I'm a gamer. I need one great room to have my setup in. Maybe a great bedroom and a great kitchen. Maybe a great living room for the old consoles that I've untouched and don't mod and all that. That's all I need. That's all I need. I wouldn't want a cleaner that feels invasive. I can kind of see that. I kind of feel that, actually. I'd clean myself. I like cleaning. I do not like cleaning. You know why? Oh my god, chat. You know what I could do if I had that kind of income and didn't have to worry about money? Bro. You know what I could do? I could spend all of my free time getting a max cape in RuneScape. Think about it. I could finally get myself a max cape. People think I'm crazy for, you know, spending a lot of my free time doing like COD mastery camos because it gives me something big to work towards in a game that I enjoy playing. I cape on RuneScape. That sounds really sad. No, that's the life right there. That's the life. I mean, Critical has a max cape. Why do you think he's got one? He had the... He got to the point of income where he could just get one. He had that time to put in. I would want to travel and then sleep. I would do some traveling too. But even then, I have a limit with travel. Where like... And it's... I'm weird with travel. I love traveling once I am there. However, the process of getting there and then getting home after the actual process of the traveling is the most miserable shit for me ever. I don't know why. I hate every bit of it. Like, in the airport, hate it. Sitting on an airplane, fucking hate it. Every bit of the actual process of traveling, miserable. You will never see me so upset. Just generally grumpy. You can have multiple girlfriends that actually knew you have multiple girlfriends. I would never. Ever. I would not. just walk and follow the signs. Yeah, but it's so monotonous and so mind-numbing. Oh, I think I just realized why I hate airports, actually. In the process of saying that, I realized it's the ADHD. Because I don't take meds for it. That's what it is. It's because I get so understimulated in the airport. As soon as I said mind-numbing, like as soon as it was leaving my mouth, I realized. I put the pieces together as I was saying it, and I was like, oh. That's why. Oh my god. That was a little scary. Papa Zanny, let's go. Oh my god. No, I hate taking those meds. They're actually the worst. Bro, I can't believe that some people take them for like recreation. Like that aren't prescribed it. That to me is insane. Because I hate those meds so much. It is actually like batshit crazy to me that people take them for recreation. I am, speaking of me being miserable, that makes me miserable. Got my Steam Deck all good to go. What games do you recommend for the plane? Oh man, Steam Deck has so many options too. As tempted as I am to say like PS1 Resi games on there, because I want to feel like they would be awesome handheld games, but then I think about like the saving systems and all that are just so not friendly to handheld. PS1 emulator, all good to go. Yeah. Genuinely, shit like Armored Core, everyone's gonna be rolling their eyes at me when I say it, but Armored Core's like general formula would be so perfect for handheld. Legitimately. The fact that Armored Core games are kind of built around like missions that are 2 minutes long, like just little bite-sized missions that you play through over the course of the whole campaign, that would lend itself so well to handheld. Missions are fast, exactly. You just kind of blow through stuff over and over. That sounds awesome. That does sound awesome. Mobile mission for the win. Absolutely do work well on handheld. That would be a great series to play on handheld. Because I mean, they did PSP ports for the Gen 3 games, most of them. They skipped Nexus and Ninebreaker, but that one's understandable. I one-tapped him? No, okay, he just went down. I got points, but it was from my combo ending. I was gonna say, I thought that this guy took like 3 shots from. Played Ace Combat on the plane when I went to Japan in April. Ace Combat would be similarly good because same reasons, like short little missions that you can just save between, and that would be a good format. Anything like that you just get like little bite-sized bits of gameplay, those are like the perfect handheld. Something that you can so easily just like pick up, play for a few minutes, put back down without worrying too much about it. What was the mission this time? It was to get out in less than 10 minutes, escape in less than 10 minutes. So we did that one. Do I have 2 dungeon mode levels after this? I think. Roguelikes as well. Oh, dude. Oh, maybe I need a Steam Deck. Someday, maybe. Or just something similar. Honestly, this is one of those things where when I start talking about just purchases purely for the sake of fun. And I'm always like, I would need to make more money than I do right now for stuff like this. But if I did want to buy a little handheld for like travel and stuff, like the plane, that's not my Switch, obviously. That Xbox Ally that's coming out later this year would probably be the move. It seems like that's going to be a Steam Deck on steroids, pretty much. That might actually be the move if I were to ever buy something like that. Or granted, whenever I get there, whatever it might be. But if it were like this year I was going to buy one, I would probably just wait for the Xbox Ally. 900? That can't be right. Did we get the pricing? There's no way. Yeah, no, we still don't have pricing on it. There is a leak from... Who even is this? I've never heard of this site before. What is this? Oh. Why would I ever... What? There is a leak from a French reselling site, which is why I'm like, why would I believe this leak at all? Like a secondhand retailer site claiming that the expensive version will be $900 and the cheap version will be $550. But I wouldn't put like any stock into that after just going to the website that came from and looking around. It's a secondhand, like they just sell fucking whatever within frame. Like you can go and just sell whatever you have on hand on there, and they're claiming that it's going to be those prices. 550 to 900 is a huge jump. Exactly. The existing ROG Ally X is 900 new though. Oh, is it? Okay, that's an interesting thing to throw in there. 900 is crazy. Although the Steam Deck is how much? Remind me? Because I actually don't remember how much a Steam Deck costs. Someone throw me a bone here. Top of the range Steam Deck is so much cheaper, really user friendly. Okay, maybe just Steam Deck. 350 euros sounds really low. Is it actually that cheap? MSI Claw 8 is even more expensive. I could kind of believe it's MSI. I have some of their, but they are expensive. They're an expensive manufacturer for sure. For a refurbished one. What is like the price of a new Steam Deck? There we go. 90 million is gonna be a lot. I was looking at MSI for my new rig. MSI, what were you looking at for? Oh, like a pre-built? No. Fuck no. No. I always say, if you are going to do pre-built, don't do pre-built. buy the parts yourself and then just go to like a local PC shop who has a build service. It's always cheaper that way. Like significantly cheaper, and you're still not building your own PC, so you get what you want out of it. I've been stuttering for me. Yeah, it's something with my hardware. I think I introduced this issue making a slight change on my PC recently. It would be weird, but that's the only thing that changed as of when this started happening. I'll just let the moths chill in there. That's crazy. I've never seen them do that much damage. I do have a store locally. Yeah, you can just get all the parts like ordered yourself and then just, you know, load them up in the car, bring them over to like your local shop, and they'll build it for like I know my local PC store will do it for like 200 bucks. If you just bring them all of the parts and you're like, here you go, they'll do it for like 200. They do change pricing based on certain factors. Like if you get an AIO cooler, like a liquid cooler, they'll charge a little more to install that as opposed to just putting in a bunch of fans because it's more intensive to install. Granted, it's still easy, but it's more. And then if you do like a custom cooling loop, you're gonna have to pay like 300 at my local place, but still. It's so much cheaper than getting the upcharge on the build service and the parts, doing a like a full pre-built PC. It's so much better to just like buy all the parts, bring them to your local shop, they'll just build it. That, and it means your PC isn't full of bloatware. Oh, true. I forget that they do that for a lot of pre-builds. Like they just fucking load it up with, you know, whatever like antivirus they say is great, when the only antivirus you need nowadays is just Windows Defender and everything else is just bloatware. It's like Legos. Yeah, I build mine myself because I'm cheap. To be honest, it is like, I don't particularly love building them, but for me it's like, do I want to, for me it's it's like, okay, building it myself will take like 2 hours, so do I want to spend like $250 for 2 hours of effort? Not really. Like my time is not worth $100+ an hour. Just to be totally real with you, it's not. So I always just build my own stuff because of that, even though I don't particularly love doing it. Hello, Anaket. The original Daigo vs. Shinada theme was a romance song in the JP version. I have actually seen that, and it's very funny and just odd. Like, I don't think they were intending for it to be like, oh yeah, these two, you know, they've got like a romantic connection. But it does kind of come off a little bit like that. It's very funny, the original song they used. I've seen it. I love Yakuza 5. Yakuza 5 is genuinely right there with Kurohyo for me still. Also, did you guys see that we've been getting some a lot recently since they announced that they will be announcing a new game at Tokyo Game Show? RGG has been talking publicly about Kenzan a lot lately, like in the last month. So at the end of September, they might be announcing a Kenzan Kiwami. Like real shit. It might actually be happening. And if they do, I'm gonna shit my pants. Like, I'm actually gonna lose it. Real shit, they've been talking a lot about Kenzan, like way more than usual. They've been talking about Kenzan publicly. And we do know that they're announcing a totally new game that they haven't announced prior at Tokyo Game Show. So, Kenzan Kiwami might be real. And it also kind of makes sense because, like, it sounds crazy at first. But then you consider that they've done Kiwamis of Yakuza 1 and 2. And you would think, oh yeah, Yakuza 3 needs a remake next. But Kenzan came out between Yakuza 2 and 3. So it kind of makes sense. Fuck! Oh, I lost it! Son of a bitch! Sorry. Technically, they did announce Kenzan back in 2007. If it was Kenzan Kiwami, that wouldn't count. Yeah, like what False said, my time is only worth like $100 plus an hour if that's what I would get paid if I worked for that hour, right? And unfortunately, I do not get paid $100 plus an hour. Much as I wish that were the case, it is tragically not. Thank you for the sub, Ariel. Appreciate it. How many more dungeon missions are there? There's this and one more. Is this the spawn room? No, this is exactly where I want it to be good. I was like, did I go through the wrong door? Got a little worried there. I just need a huge combo to get myself up to that much score. How hard is the last mission? We don't know what the fuck it is. There's no info about this game online. What are you talking about? I don't know why I asked. Yeah, we don't have any clue what I'm doing after this. But for this, I have to get 90 million score, which is why I'm just resetting for massive combos. We're at 8 million right now. Flying Blind, the video game. I don't know if this is the door I want. I also don't know, like, efficient routing for this map. This is the door I want. Moth Room is a bit of a gamble, but if it goes like that, it's great. That's what we want from Moth Room. Grab 3 coins, get all the kills nice and easy, dip. I don't know if I go straight in here. This is where it gets fucky. This is where it becomes guesswork. Oh no. My combo. Oh god. Shit. And then this would have been the hunter room. Okay. Okay. Figuring out the routing for the big combo. It's tricky. What sucks is that I really can't start a combo in that first room. What is it this time? Score 90 million. This is the hunter's room, right? No, this is not the hunter's room. Although, this kind of works. Shit. It's the normal route backwards. So I think maybe we can make this work. Just improv it. Fuck it. I need a coin so bad. We got a coin. We got a coin. I watched Rad Brad play MGS Delta. Of course he got it. I don't know why I didn't think he wouldn't. It looks pretty damn good and very accurate to the OG. It's always going to be very accurate to the OG. Like that was the stated goal the whole time. Got less coins in there than usual. This route work as well. But maybe. But see, I never even knew that those coins were there. Because I've always come in from the other way. So maybe this does still work. This puts me back into that center room. Yeah, okay. No, this is the spawn room. I don't want to be here. Wait, Python got it? Last I heard, Python didn't get it. Did Python get it? They Kiwami'd Ishin before 3, 4, or 5. So I don't know if they care much about order when it comes to spin-offs. I don't think they necessarily are like die hard sticking to it. But I do think they generally care. I'm pretty sure Ishin only happened because we never got it in the West, A, and everyone really wanted it in the West. Like there was a lot of demand for it. And B, Ishin, the original, granted I've heard that Kiwami makes enough changes to where people don't really realize it as much, but Ishin was Yakuza 0 right before Yakuza 0 in terms of like how the game plays and everything. Yakuza 0's like entire core gameplay outside of like the heat gear and the money and the way that that stuff works, it all comes from Ishin. Like genuinely, that is just Ishin's foundation that 0 is built on. And just because of Ishin never coming out overseas and all that, a lot of people never realized, and then Kiwami changed stuff to be more unique. But dude, playing OG Ishin and then playing 0, the whole time I'm like, oh my god, this whole game is Ishin. Like the whole time I'm playing 0, I see it everywhere. Like the completion point system, the combat AI is pulled over straight from Ishin. And I'm just like, Yakuza 0 is just Ishin. Why did no one ever tell me? I think it's because a lot of people genuinely don't realize. Can be Kiwami-fied? That's how it came up. That's what I was talking about. Oh, I fucked it up. It's because it's so easy to get turned around in that first room. Or the big, like, open circle room. No one played Ishin back in 2017. Yeah. For a second, I was very confused by the 2017, but when 0 came out overseas, right? Would you guys believe me if I told you that I have Judgment Shinpan on my Spotify playlist? Along with other Yakuza songs. It's not the only one that's on there. But would you believe me? You should, because I do. I absolutely do have it on my Spotify playlist. As well as things like Baka Mitai and, what's it? Machine Gun Kiss. I've got some karaoke songs on there from Yakuza. But Judgment Shinpan is the most recent. I listened to it while working out. I have not tried it while working out. Maybe I should. Maybe I should try it for working out. The Kiryu version. As fun as it is that there is a Nishiki version, Nishiki's voice actor can't sing. I'm sorry. Oh my god, I'm doing it backwards again. All right, fuck it. We're going backwards again. We like Rouge of Love and Mermaid. I don't think I know that one yet. Do I? Heartbreak Mermaid? No, this route is all fucked up because I could do 90 million is a lot of score on this map. I need a huge combo, and I know about the micro stutters. It's a hardware thing. I can't change it midstream. Are you almost done with this game? Actually, yes. Because arcade mode is done, and I've been making good dungeon mode progress today. We were close when I started, but now we're really. We have 2 dungeon mode levels left, including this one, and versus Roach mode, and we're done. Genuinely, yeah, we're close to being done with this one. Thank God. He is real. I know that as of today. I can confirm he is real. We are almost done with Resident Evil Survivor 2 Code Veronica, so he must be. And he has had mercy on me. For whatever reason. Far, aside from the Digital Foundry review, most people are saying good things about it. I'm staying away from most of the discussion about it right now. Oh my god. I know some things. I know the Platinum Games bit. Although I didn't watch the minigame. I didn't watch any gameplay of the Guy Savage game. But, I know of it. Will 4 be next? Fuck, no, 4 is like 5 games away still. Which is kind of unfortunate. I think 4 will be a lot of fun. Granted, it will be very short. But we got a ways to go before 4. Will it? What, be short? Because yes. All that we have to do for 4 is like a story playthrough. And then a professional run, the Ada campaigns, and mercenaries. It will be pretty short. There's not a whole lot to do in 4. Outside of just the core gameplay being awesome. There's not a whole lot to do. I feel like I'm the only one who noticed the awful disocclusion artifacts in the MGS Delta trailers. I mean, I noticed them, but I figured it was because they were recording trailers on console. The one thing I did notice a lot, that whenever I said it, people, what's it? Were like, no, don't speak of it. It's okay. Everything is okay. It's fine. Was, that the game was running in 30 FPS in all the trailers. And they were saying, like, yeah, trailers are recorded on console. And I was like, you guys, it's running in 30. And everyone's like, no, performance, it'll be fine. Don't worry about it. My issue isn't the res on console because PSSR. Here's the thing about the res, dude. The resolution on Delta, even with Pisser, is going to be problematic. Because the base frame rate is so low. Like, yeah, Pisser is a thing, and Pisser can do a pretty good job with upscaling internal resolutions. But what Pisser can't do is make 720p internal resolution look good. Perfect Stealth said that frames and resolution are just numbers for him, and that he doesn't care much. Is Perfect Stealth on PlayStation? Does he play on PlayStation? Because the PC version will have its own issues, certainly. But the PC version will be like the version for Delta. Now that we have all these console details out there. Like, we can very easily... He's on PC as far as I know. Well, yeah, then for him especially. Like, for me, thankfully, I'm not terribly worried about all of the performance stuff that came out this morning. For me, it's more like, this is super unfortunate for the people who play on console. But, like, my version will have its own issues. Certainly. But will be the better version. Because there's no way that mine is going to be, you know, dipping below 60 on this kind of hardware. And if it is, holy fuck. But I have no reason to believe right now that I will be dipping below 60 at a native 1440. I should be perfectly fine. Should being the key word there, but I should be fine. If a game has an FPS target, they should be doing everything possible to reach it without the resolution going to shit. Yeah, I generally am not a fan of upscaling from lower resolutions, because even Pisser, I think, tends to not look great. The game doesn't look amazing. It shouldn't be so shoddy. I think the game looks fantastic. I think the only thing visually that's wrong with the game, visually, or I guess subpar, not even wrong, is I think the faces look a little weird. Particularly, I think Eva looks very weird, and I think Ocelot looks very weird. But other than that, I think the game looks nothing short of phenomenal, graphically speaking. Compare it to Death Stranding 2, though, I think it's right there with it. Aside from the faces, yeah. I think Delta looks great. I can see how they would be having issues on PS5 and Xbox. Oh, I got the coin, thank God. Has massive environments, more enemies and effects, etc. Yeah, but Delta looks much more detailed in the environments that are there. Again, it should not be running as poorly as it is, by any means. But Delta definitely seems to have more detail packed into its environments. The rest looks gorgeous. Okay, so I'm not crazy. Like, the game looks outstanding to me, visually speaking. I think the faces are off, which is definitely because they tried to stick to the PS2 look for those faces. Like, they tried to keep them faithful to those portrayals, which led to some weird results. But Oh my god, go. That coin. Oh god. I'm up to 40 mil. Don't stop now. Snake's headband is too big? Bro, have you seen Snake's headband in like MGS2? Oh no. Oh no! Coin. Holy shit. That coin was a godsend. I need my 90 million. We're at 78. 78. Pain to work with for them. Yeah, Fox Engine is apparently not very easy to develop within, because Konami, despite pouring so many resources into developing it, have barely like a soccer game, an MGS5, and then a couple others that I don't remember exactly what they were. But point being, we don't know that it's awful to work within, but like we're kind of assuming it is based on just the fact that they have this very good looking engine, very optimized engine that they're not using. They just stopped using it after like a few big games that assumedly they just made their money back on developing it. And now they're like, okay, we're good. Let's drop this shit. UE5 definitely, well, I always say that one of the biggest benefits with UE5 is it's like a known engine, even if you're bringing on new developers. Because the thing is, like, if you are hiring, I talked about this specifically with Halo Infinite a lot. When they announced that Halo was moving to Unreal, I was saying that one of the biggest issues with Halo Infinite was the model where they were hiring people on like 18-month contracts, letting them work for those 18 months, and then letting them go, not renewing a contract or hiring them full-time afterwards, which is very common in the industry. It makes Microsoft sound awful. Like, you guys would be shocked by the amount of publishers that do that exact thing. 18 months specifically, because within the US, that is the limit for you can have an employee on contract for that long without paying them significant full-time worker benefits. So you can pay them like a livable wage, give them a pretty minimal benefits package, and have them work for you for 18 months and then let them go. And that's the reason that a lot of publishers do that model. Halo Infinite did that model. Halo Infinite was built on 343's new Slipspace engine. And Halo Infinite, technically speaking, was a bit of a mess and obviously took a long time to develop because model, and they had an engine that was really hard to pick up and learn for a new hire. So they would spend like a significant chunk of that new employees, time they were just training them on the engine. And like they were barely able to do much real substantial work because they were still feeling out the engine. Fox Engine likely had something similar. I would have to assume, I don't know that, but they probably had a similar issue at Konami, again, just because they They seemed pretty eager to drop the Fox engine. Koji Pro has positions open for writers. Should I apply? This is always the fun part of should I apply for a studio in Japan. How good is your Japanese? Because Japan's job market, if you don't speak Japanese, is basically impossible. Like, you have to have good Japanese to work in Japan in any industry. And especially if we're talking about writing. That shit's gonna have to be pretty good. If your Nihongo is not Jozu, then it's very tough. Yeah. Because like 99.8% or some shit like that of Japanese businesses work exclusively in Japanese. So that's got to be some good ass Japanese, just in general, if you're planning to work over there. Like, regardless of what specific company or job you're looking at. Your Nihongo is going to have to be very Jozu. Because Japan, for better or worse, are very welcoming to foreigners, specifically under the conditions that you like totally adapt to the culture and the language and everything when you get there. Like, even just trying to get immigrated to Japan. Like, if you don't already speak good Japanese, and even sometimes if you do, they will like mandate that you go to Japanese up in point when you move there. Keeps the harmony. Yeah, that's why I said, like, for better or for worse, because I think overall well, I think as far as like societal stuff goes, it's worked out very well for them. Like, culturally, I think it has worked out very well for them. Economically, not so much. It has not worked great for them economically by any means. But I think, like, culturally, it's been great for them. And I would never take that away from them. It's actually contractual, but it can be turned into a full-time job. Yeah. Population is set to drop below 100 million by 2060. Yeah, that's the big issue they've been having. And a lot of people chalk that up to birth rate, which is certainly a factor. Don't get me wrong. But a lot of that is because of how difficult it is to immigrate into Japan. Right? Like, just how hard it is to actually move there and actually be able to, like, live there comfortably. It's a lot. It's a lot to try to move to Japan. And generally it does just kind of be like, people do just kind of talk about it like an issue. Their birth rates are so low, they're declining. Their lack of immigration is just as big of an issue, though. Like, so few people can reasonably move to Japan. A lot of people love the idea of it because of, like, you know, it's Japan. Especially in the West, we've made it out to be like this mystical utopia, right? But yeah, it is so demanding to actually integrate into society there. And the rules, like the legal rules for you to even immigrate there in the first place and get citizenship are so strict. There's so much you have to do. For most people, moving to Japan never goes beyond pipe dream because of just how much it actually, or sorry, how much effort it actually takes to go there. To properly move there and live your life there. Oh my god, did I just leave the whole area? Fuck's sake. God damn it. Language is the big barrier for me. Yeah, I think that is like the biggest barrier for any English speaker. Because Japanese is quite literally the second hardest language to learn globally for a native English speaker. The hardest being Mandarin. Mandarin is the only one that beats it. So even like that, just being the first step to even considering moving there, for most people, that step alone is enough to be like, nah, I could never. Most people just look at that and go, nope, I cannot learn Japanese. Nope, not happening. And then there's just everything else that comes after that. 3 alphabets, 2,000 kanji needed for everyday use. Yeah, and kanji just being rote memorization, and that's it. There's no better way to learn kanji than rote memorization. Found another... Oh no, this is the save room. I call it save room. More like safe room. You can't save. But it plays the save room theme. Typical Friday? Absolutely a typical Friday, yeah. It's crazy difficult to get there. It's literally all I've been trying to do for the last 5 years. Yeah. It's a lot. And like a lot of countries that you try to immigrate to, or I guess emigrate would be the right word. I don't know. A lot of countries that you would try to move to and like start a life there, if you were looking to do that, are like, yeah, language barrier is a thing, but the languages aren't that hard to learn. And what's it? They're much more forgiving, like culturally, about the process of learning a language, you know? It's not going to be as impossible for you. In a lot of countries now, if you are a native English speaker, like there are so many foreign countries that you would have to learn a language, but there's such an English presence that like so many people there know English that even then you'll be fine for a certain amount of time. Like you'll be fine during that transition. Whereas something like Japan, or Korea, someone else said Korea in the same regard, yeah, is like you're not even going to be able to navigate if you don't know the language. Like you're not going to be able to go a few blocks through the city and get where you want to go without it. Ask for directions. Good luck, no one speaks English. Why was that so quiet? Only North Europe applies to that? Not really. A lot of Eastern Europe as well. And South America's hit or miss with it. Depends where you go. But like Mexico's pretty good on English. I went to Mexico before I spoke any Spanish. And even in the non-touristy areas, was able to communicate with plenty of people. Just for, like, basic things, at least. Fuck, dude, when I spent a ton of time in the Dominican Republic, I was shocked by how many people there could speak English. I was told prior to going there and spending like 10 days there, I would easily find some people who speak Spanish, or sorry, who speak English and not Spanish, or sorry, who speak English and Spanish. My brain. I'm trying to find the exit and I'm struggling for some reason. But man, I was able to speak to more people than not in the Dominican while I was there. And I was absolutely not in the touristy areas, like, for any moment during my trip. I was up in the mountains, like, fucking remote as shit when I was there. And I was genuinely shocked. It's also culturally similar to the US, so hand gestures are obvious to people. Yeah, there's stuff like that. Oh god. Yeah, exactly. It's because a lot of places actually do teach second languages, which the US technically does, but like, no, we don't. Bro, I had to go out and independent study Spanish to learn anything. When I was just taking it in high school, I didn't learn a fucking thing. And I passed through like Spanish 2 in high school. Speak a lick of Spanish. Like actual Spanish? No. Impossible. Couldn't do it. What were you doing in the Dominican? I was there for charity stuff. Like outreach stuff. I spent 10 days there. I built a house. I was the only, by the way, on the construction site for that house who actually knew how to use a skill saw. Like, you would think that someone there prior to building a house would know how to use a skill saw. No, I was the only one. So like half the time I was on site, I was just sawing shit because no one else could. And it's so boring to just be the guy who's there working the skill saw. But yeah. Thank you for the sub, appreciate it. Here we go. I think I'm back on track now that I've found this room again. You're a proper laborer. And it's only because I took residential construction as an elective in high school for 2 semesters. I took 1 and 2. So I know how to do random shit that you would never assume I would know how to do. Like, use a skill saw. You'd be like, why the fuck do you know how to do that? And I'm like, oh, I took residential construction. Which even that, for a lot of people, is like, you what? You take construction. And I'm like, I just needed to fill out my schedule and nothing else sounded remotely entertaining. Wire my house? That's the one thing that don't ask me to do it. I started an electrical fire in that class and the teacher was furious at me. I should not be doing your electrical at all. I should not even be touching it. I have insurance. I mean, if you're looking to commit some insurance fraud, then I might be your guy. Just don't tell me beforehand. I can't be held legally responsible. Fill out my schedule by learning residential construction. Well, I've talked about it. I was a bit of a troublemaker in high school. So I had a strike in the school system where they track like any like major they'll put it in the system as a strike. You get enough strikes, you get expelled, right? I had a strike, and because I had one strike, I was not allowed any more than one open hour in my schedule. So even if I had like so many credits, which this did happen my senior year, I had so many credits at the end of high school that I didn't need to take more than like 4 classes a semester, but I had to take like 7 because having a strike in the system meant that I could not have more than one open hour a semester. So I had to fill it out with all sorts of random electives. So I took residential construction. Oh, what the fuck? What? Are you shitting me? Resident Evil Survivor 2 Code Veronica, what did you just do to me? What did you do? Oh my god.
Come on.
I learned how to do lots of handy stuff once I bought my first house. Most people are the same. Yeah, I learned it in high school. And it did come in handy. When I was in Florida and like my HVAC broke, I was able to fix it before maintenance came out to do it. Because maintenance was gonna be like 3 days or whatever because they were busy driving golf carts around the property doing jack shit as they typically were doing. Sorry, slight anger because anytime something in my apartment broke, they just were not coming by to fix it. And anytime that I was outside, like leaving or coming back home from wherever, maintenance guys would just be like in the parking lots with their golf cart, like smoking cigs or whatever, just not working. And then I would put in a ticket and they'd be like, oh yeah, it's gonna take like 4 days. We're so booked. Hated those guys. But I was able to fix my HVAC without them and other things, but that was the big one that it was. I remember my ex, who I was with at the time, being over at my place when I did it. And she just was shocked. Not only that I was like, oh yeah, I'll try to mess with it, see if I can't fix it. She was like, yo, what? You're gonna try to fix your own AC, your own central air system? And I was like, yeah, I might be able to do it. I don't know. And I start tinkering with it, and then like 30 minutes later it comes on, and she was just like, are you shitting me? When did you learn how to do that? I was like, oh. Took residential construction 2 in high school. I learned the basics of an HVAC, you know how it is. Be amazed how many people don't know how to change a light bulb. I'm not joking. Don't you just unscrew it and put in a new one? Yeah, that's all you do for a light bulb, yeah. But the point is, when you say that you'd be shocked if you don't know how to do it, it's because people think that it's more complicated because they've just genuinely never had to change one. Like they get the idea in their head that changing a light bulb is more than just unscrewing it and screwing in the new one. Some lights, like my ceiling fan in here, are a little more complicated. 9 out of 10 lights that you will ever have to change the bulb, it will literally just be unscrew it and screw in the new one. Looks like I should take residential construction. I was glad to be able to do stuff like that. living in Florida for sure, especially because our maintenance was so bad at that apartment, just never doing shit, and then telling us that they were too busy to do anything. I've met people who don't even know how to make an omelet. Hey, False is here. Don't be calling her out. One of them boob lights are a little more complicated. What the fuck? Action. To be clear, we wanted a reaction. I got one. I am happy. That is all. That is all. I don't know if she knows how to make an omelet or not. You have to take the things off first. Step 1, eggs. That's called the nipple. I can make an omelet. Good. That will totally not be used as ammo later. I don't imagine it's hard to follow a recipe. Not really. They're not complicated. Like, at all. They're throwing mad shade at me this week. Have I been? I don't mean to. Okay, well, I kind of mean to, but I don't mean to, like, a lot in the course of a week. Called me gordita. No, I did not. That didn't happen. That is actually crazy. Because sometimes she just out of context thing that I said that sounds insane without the context, but that actually just didn't happen. She just made that up. I stand with False. Nah, he meant it. I just straight up didn't say it. That's the crazy thing. I don't know who's telling the truth. What I told her is that in some places, the funny thing is, because this word came up somewhere, in like a video we were watching or something. I don't even remember why. It was something she sent to me or whatever. This little fat girl in Spanish. Yes. I told her that the funny thing is that sometimes, depending on region, you could hear that used.
They didn't expect some weird pink fox girl VTuber anime girl online to play this game and make her entire community make a day about livers.
Could be used as a pet, like for your romantic partner. You'll hear like Gordita or Gordy used as a pet name in some regions. And I told her, that's funny. That's literally all I ever said about that word. I didn't even call her that. Actually, yeah, some people do. It's true. It's genuinely true. Like, and I was just like, oh yeah, that's a funny Spanish thing that came up as the word came up. And this apparently got turned into, I called her Gordita. Somehow. Yeah, some people also call their mom Hefa, which is hilarious. Actually, one of my buddies in high school did.
I gotta show everyone
Gordy with an I. It's spelled with an I. My brother called my mom half for her. Is that the same thing? Good Lord above. I'm not touching that one. Doesn't use Y like that for real. It's true. My Spanish is not Jozu. That's okay. I've seen what Mexican food looks like in the UK. I can't blame you guys. That culture has not made its way over there in the slightest. It's not your fault. It's a hater. I'm not. My number one hater? I'm not. What they have makes Taco Bell look authentic. It's true. It's actually true. God, I live in the UK just for that reason alone. That I can't leave it. How much Delta talk did I miss? All the Delta talk. Not a whole lot, to be real, because I've been staying away from most of the stuff that came out this morning. I don't want to know. I mean, I did want to know a little bit. Like, I looked at the Digital Foundry stuff, and I skipped to just the performance section, because I had to know what was up. Shit's bad on console, but... what's it? Like, actually how the game is for the most part, I've been staying away. Hispanic cuisine is what I was raised on. I can't have it ruined. Yeah, I can't live somewhere where I can't get, like, good Mexican food. I just can't. Can't live somewhere without. I could never. Instant deal breaker. It's all good. We got jellied eels. Yeah. Where I am, we're surrounded with it. I know. Because that's the thing, like, there's some really good Mexican up north, but that's one of the biggest things I miss about Florida. Oh, colonizers are slacking over there. Spain beat them to it. It's okay. Kill to go to a Taco John's near me. Sadly, there are none in the deep south. Yeah, up north, we don't really have much good authentic. I found a couple places that are like legit authentic Mexican food that are really good, but it's nowhere near as easy to find as down south. And it's like genuinely the biggest thing I missed was just how abundant good Mexican food was. And also, when I lived in Orlando, I discovered how amazing, like genuinely amazing, Colombian food is. I had never had it before I moved there. But Colombian food is maybe even better. Maybe just because I haven't had it as much, I think that. But genuinely so good. Oh no, there's nothing authentic about. His name is John. All right, it's not even Taco Juan. It's Taco John. That's how you know. There's nothing authentic about that shit. And Cuban food can get it? True. I had a lot of Cuban in Florida too. But if it's like the women, it's gonna be amazing. It is amazing. Colombian food is so good. I miss it. There's like no Colombian food up here. I doubt there will be where False is either. That's probably more like Florida, maybe Texas. Probably not. There's a large Colombian population in Florida, so that... There is? Oh. Be there next week. Really? The last one isn't even hard. It's just gonna be a pain in the ass. Oh. Okay. This is the last dungeon mode mission in the game, chat. The last one. Sent screenshot? Oh, I'm seeing good things. Oh, I am immediately seeing good things. Okay. I can live there. I can live there. Because I just, even the 3 things you sent me, in the top 2, those 2 pictures, I'm seeing like my 2 favorite things about Colombian food right there. I can live there. I can't. I like how much Mexican food changes across the states. Yeah. The further you get from the south, sorry, I've got this weird, like, feels like I'm choking on something in my throat, despite the fact that I haven't eaten or drank anything. It's gone now. That was really odd. The further you get from, like, the border, the southern border, the more difficult it becomes to find, like, authentic Mexican food, and the more that you find, like, Tex-Mex horse shit. Ironically, you find it more up in places like Minnesota than you do in, like, Texas, despite the name. Anyway, I need a piss break, but last dungeon mode mission. So, as much as that's going to be a pain in the ass, I will be right back. Feel free to get up, get a drink, whatever, while I'm up. And when I'm back, we have the second to last piece of content for Survivor 2. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I'm back. Hold on. People earlier said that me giving OBS a quick reboot slightly helped with the micro stuttering thing. So let me give it one more quick reboot before I continue. Oh, it didn't help on my end? Man, people are lying to me then. Oh, there's my chat. Hello. Okay. Defeat 300 plus monsters.
Come on.
Let's go, Chris Redfield. 300 plus monsters. "99-minute clock." Oh my god. I just thought it was YouTube being dumb. No, it's a hardware thing I did. I don't think 300 will be that bad. What Resi game is next? Gaiden for the Game Boy. And then Remake after that. Gaiden will be very short, like only a few hours long, because there's nothing to do in that game aside from play through it once. So, glad I spent $90 on my cartridge. After Gaiden though, which will be like a short pit stop in between, RE1 Remake, and then we're gonna be eating good. That's still top 3 Resi game ever, RE1 Remake.
My my controller's vibe. God damn.
Stop trimming your beard, let it grow. You just wait. You just wait. Once I need money, which is inevitable. Once I'm having a rough time with money, beardathon. Beardathon. You just wait. Still haven't played Remake? Bro, what are you doing here? Hello? Like, what do you mean you haven't played Remake? Why are you here and not playing Resident Evil Remake for the GameCube? Just gonna play the older games first, to be fair. You got time. You got time. Don't let me spoil it for you. You know what to do. You got homework. I hear lots of ladies hate beards. You got lucky. Do they? I don't feel like that's the case. I was about to rage bait and say Remake was bad, but I can't bring myself to do it. No one can. No one can. Just as many freak the fuck out when men shave them without warning first. "43 enemies down, chat. 257 to go. Ever seen Thumb Thumbs from Spy Kids? That's what I look like without a beard. Me too.
Bibbidi bobbidi bitch.
That's still a really good one. I did not like it. Yeah, when I realized that I should just keep the beard was that when I was in high school, I would do the no shave November, right? And like I did it my freshman year of high school. And yeah, I grew a full beard freshman year of high school. Eastern European genes go crazy. I grew it out that year and then I shaved it, and I had so many people be like, "Oh, dude, you shaved that beard? I feel like you should have kept it." And at the time, I was like, "No, I wouldn't. And then I did it sophomore year, and I shaved it, and it happened again. Like everyone was like, "Dude, you really should have kept that beard. You look really good with a beard." And that time, I was kind of like, I did like it, but no. But then junior year, I did the no shave November again, and I shaved it at the end. And I looked myself in the mirror and I said, that was a mistake. Sure as shit, I go to school. Everyone's like, bro, you should have kept it. And I was like, you know what? I should have. It's coming back. And within weeks, it was back. Let your beard grow, but you can style it. Now, the whole point with Beardathon was that it got to be this insane beard, and also that I couldn't trim it. I was not allowed to trim the beard. It grew how it grew, and how it grows for me is full face. It's not patchy or different lengths or anything. I grow a full beard. That's it. I couldn't see his mouth. It was horrible. I did trim the mustache from time to time, just the length of it here, so that you could somewhat see my mouth, because otherwise you would not have seen anything. That did get trimmed, and chat allowed that, to slightly trim the mustache, because otherwise it wouldn't. No. But I've conceptualized Beardathon round 2 before. Because the thing is, as not fun as it is for you guys to hear it, it has to be more expensive than it was the first time, because holy shit. The first Beardathon went from April to December. I was not allowed to trim the beard once from April to December that year. So, and that was only, I put a cap on it. I said, if it's not done by this point, it doesn't matter, we're ending it. And it got to that point. It only ended because I put a cap on it. So I massively underestimated how much money people would pay for me to keep that beard. And if I did it again, I would not want it to go that long again. So I would make it possible for it to go that long, but it would be a lot. I would have to get paid a lot better to do it again. Simply put, I would have to get paid more money to do that a second time. There's also more of you here now, which is scary doing it round 2. Did you have to go to someone's grad with that beard, or was it a funeral? It was a funeral. It was. I had to go to a funeral with that beard. Funeral with that. Yeah, I lived that. I was actually a pallbearer as well at that funeral. And if you're not familiar with the term, because I wasn't before I was one. I was one of the people who had to carry the casket at the funeral. Like, into the church for the service, and then out of the church and into the hearse to go to the graveyard, and then from the hearse into the ground. Sounds kind of disrespectful. It wasn't at the end of it. It was unruly at that point, but not how it ended. I think that funeral was in like June, I want to say. I think it was around June. There are people with beards like that normally. Actually, yeah, I had an uncle there who was also a pallbearer, and his is just worse than that, like, purely because he just doesn't give a shit. You didn't have to place it into the ground. No, not into the ground, but to the, what's it? The thing that lowers it. We had to lift it onto that. And dude, I swear to you, no disrespect, but the family paid for like the most high quality, real, fully wooden coffin. The thickest, heaviest type of wood that money could buy. I shit you not. I have never. There were 8 of us. There were 8 of us, all pretty big guys, mind you, lifting that thing, and all of us were struggling. Oh my good Lord above. It was so heavy. All of us were just like, oh my God. Like, yes, there's like a 200-pound body in here, give or take. But like 8 of us, reasonably speaking, who all like work out and strength train, should be able to do that without too much issue. But like, Jesus, it was a struggle. It was actually getting it into the hearse and then onto the thing to lower it. It was bad. Cremate my ass? I will not. Question mark. I will not. I won't. Is that a religious thing? Maybe. I'm not Catholic. Catholics cremate, typically speaking, traditionally speaking. But that's because of slightly different afterlife beliefs that Catholics hold relative to most Christians. I hate how expensive some coffins are. Yeah. Better have that sorted. I got it. I'll figure all that out. Yeah, I think it genuinely is one of those businesses where, like, A, the craftsmanship is a big aspect of it, right? Where it's not like you're just paying for the wood, but you're paying also for someone to, like, handcraft, especially some of the nicer ones that I've seen when I've seen, like, the prices of them and stuff. Like, handcraft these immaculate, like, wooden carvings onto it, and just the shape is, like, beautiful. So it's one of those things where, like, A, you kind of pay for like the experience of the craftsman. But B, who else you gonna buy a coffin from? Right? Like, where else are you gonna get one of these? Like, this is what it costs. I don't know what you want. This is just what it costs. But who's going to see it? That's part of it too. My family isn't Catholic. We just know what's cheap. You say that, but you just wait. Well, actually, it's not typically... It's not a common church teaching. You just wait until your dad one day is reading the Bible. I don't know if he does that. From what I've heard, I doubt he does much of it. You just wait until one day he's reading at random. It's a popular book. It's a very well-known book that the core belief comes from. So it's not something that would be hard to stumble upon on your own. It's just not one that's commonly taught. It's generally something that's skipped over because it's unpleasant. He has other people read it to him. Yeah, so he probably won't. But say he does someday, if he read that, his whole view on it would change. Knowing him. Sucks for him. Yeah, it's not one that gets read in church a lot. I've never really heard many churches teaching that bit. Despite it comes from Revelations, which is also, depending on denomination, viewed very differently, the book. But it's an unpleasant teaching, as are most from Revelations, that churches typically don't like to get into. Not on like a Sunday service, at least. Church politics. Fucking hate them. How do they know where I got my coffin? They typically, what's it? Are working directly with the morgue for those sorts of services. So they know. Especially because it's all like that. It's one of those businesses that's very like local. You know, it will all be very local to wherever you are. Unless you're like insanely rich. They all talk. They're all in communication. Believe me. The morgue is gonna know where you got it from. And then they're gonna be working with whoever's doing the service. They all talk. And then whoever's doing the service is going to talk with whoever, like the graveyard, whoever manages all that, the logistics behind that. Why is Diamond Dogs coming up? We'll make diamonds from their ashes, bring them into battle with us. Yeah. This whole bit. You know, False, maybe if we do cremate you, I could just pull a Venom Snake. What do you think, chat? She has no clue what I'm talking about, but what do you guys think about that idea? Just Venom Snake it. I'm into it? Bro, you don't know what I'm saying. That's awesome. Wig just said it. Nah, he didn't. He said some of it, but yeah, Wig now is saying what I'm referencing specifically. In the scene where he gives that whole speech, amazing speech, by the way. In that scene, he also, while talking about how he's gonna keep the ashes instead of spreading them and then turn them into diamonds, while he's literally saying that out loud, he's taking this random soldier's ashes and just rubbing them all over his face. And you're kind of sitting there and you're like, what? Like, what are you gonna do? Meticulously get all of those ashes back in the jar before? And you think that, but then no. Don't forget that he puts some on his tongue. Yeah. You kind of think that while he's giving that speech. Like, oh, he's going to find a way to get it back in the jar, surely. He means business. No. He then just, at the end of the speech, puts the lid back on and hands it off to someone else. He just walks off with those ashes on his face. He just fucking struts off. Some dead guy's ashes all over his face. And some of them ingested. I should not forget that part. It's an important part. Venom Snake the goat for that. That scene is one of those scenes that I always talk about with MGS5 where I'm like, man, when Venom Snake does speak, he's such a great character. He's so, like, genuinely, when he speaks, it's phenomenal. When he actually does, because he never fucking says a word. But man, whenever he does, and he gets into those speeches that he has in the game, he has a few of those speeches that every time they hit so hard. Yeah, Kiefer did kill it. His delivery on those speeches is like phenomenal. It's just outstanding shit. All right, now that I cleared like the whole map and I'm relying on respawning enemies, what we could do is just rinse and repeat this hallway that has 2 zombies in it. Since most rooms with respawning enemies only have 1 enemy that respawns. I also missed that. I didn't see it at first either. What the fuck? I had to double take. I didn't see it until Tippy pointed it out and I went back. She says shit like that on stream to fuck with me, for the record. I said what I said. No. I'm granted, only 22 people are gonna hear me rip the Band-Aid off of this, but she says this shit to fuck with me. Because the first time that she did, the first time that she did, I was like, okay, like, yeah, that's the sort of thing that we joke about, but like, not on stream. Like,
I will talk about pegging you, but I will do it wholesomely.
Yeah, she does say it in private. But the first time that she said something like that on stream, I was like, okay, you can say that in private, but calm it down on the stream just a little bit. She absolutely, well, she did for like a week. And then she just went right back to it, and now she just thinks it's funny. She does it to fuck with me. Also, whoever made this challenge is fucking devious. This is ridiculous. My bad, G. She says that. She's gonna do the same shit tomorrow. I know better. She says my bad as if it won't happen again tomorrow, or maybe within the next 9 minutes. Thought it was funny on my stream. I can't even. Like, I was trying to find something to say in response to I got nothing. That is like, that could end up in a insane chatter compilation. This shit sucks, farming to 300 plus. Capcom. What the fuck? Hey, tomorrow is a very special stream, by the way. For the record. Be there. That's Vor. That's Vor in my Chole stream. I've been weird since we met. I found out watching the old VODs. I calmed down quite a bit. Because you let people get to you too much. False used to say, like, totally off-the-wall shit, which she still does. But she used to say it more often, and sometimes even more off the wall. But then some people in chat would be like, oh my god, that's so gross. I'm uncomfortable. And she stopped. She calmed it down. Because, like, 2 people in chat were like, oh, ew. She stopped. She got 2 guide. Not 1 guide, but 2 guide. Standard VTuber practice. Someone said they got heart palps because of me. How am I to react? That's... I'm not. Keep it real. What the fuck? PP Palps is insane. We did talk about dick in a pumpkin, to be fair. But still. That was like our 3rd time even speaking to each other as well. Oh god. Sorry, I got a notification on my phone. I got a comment on one of my videos saying, speaking of annoying voice acting, why do you talk like this? God, I love the internet. Never change. Dick in a pumpkin isn't even crazy. It's not that crazy. I love the internet. He laughs to hide the pain. No, it's an old video. So it really, like, it's not even how I talk anymore. It's just funny. reading comments now. I'm distracted, sorry. The running in and out is getting to me. Fuck this room. Sounds nothing like he does on stream. Video Chole is sophisticated. Stream Chole is American. What do you mean American? I think it's just because my northern comes out a bit more on stream when I'm not scripted. Not even like the accent itself, but just the way of speaking in general. Because, what's it? Let's talk about it. Sorry, couldn't help it. I saw it in chat. I just saw one the other day of like, I don't even remember the character. It was like a movie, like a guy fan dubbed over a movie, and it was like so-and-so movie, except this character. Oh my god, it was fucking Pokemon. Never mind. It was Pokemon. It was Pokemon, except Brock is northern. Like northern US slash Canada sort of accent, right? And on top of just doing the accent, I realized, like, he said fuck and fucking a lot. And I was like, oh my god. I never shook that. Just the prevalence of the word fuck in the northern United States. Like, even just in casual conversation. And he said bud and A, of course. And I was like, yeah, I haven't shaken those either. I talk about my buddies all the time. I say A all the time. I never shook those. I may have shaken the full accent, but the dialect is still there. It's just the way of putting sentences together. The words used is all still there, definitely. Trailer Park Boys is my favorite accent. It's pretty good. That's basically what it sounds like here once you're out of the city, like in Minnesota. Because I say it all the time, people don't believe me. You don't have to. Oh my god, I forgot this game was quick turn. I did it by accident again. But outside of like the main cities in Minnesota, like if you drive like an hour away from the city, it is so redneck here. Like the entire rest of the state is so redneck. It's awesome because it's fun. And like northern redneck is very much its own brand of redneck. And I remember one time I found that YouTube video of the Minnesotan rednecks like jumping a lawnmower over cars. And it is about that time. I'm just gonna save state it for next time because holy shit. And everyone, when I was saying it, I was like, yeah, you guys don't understand how redneck Minnesota is outside of the cities. And even chat was like, it might be, you know, a little more country, but it can't be like redneck. And then I played the video and everyone was like, oh, this is like basically if these guys were just racist and had a little more twang, they would just be southern rednecks. Like it's the same thing. And I'm like, yes, friggin' rights. Yeah, friggin' rights is awesome. There's barely 30 enemies left. Yeah, but then I have to go to the boss room and do the boss, and I might die in the boss. It'll take like 10 more minutes at least. So I'm just gonna call it, and we'll finish up Survivor 2 next time. All right? Tomorrow's a special stream. Friggin' rights it is. We'll be back for it tomorrow. All right? All right. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy,
Fertile motherfucker.
and you haven't done so already, feel free to go ahead and leave a like, sub, follow, whatever. Come back another time. We're doing this. We're doing all sorts of other stuff, like what we're doing tomorrow. Special stream tomorrow. Special. If you haven't heard me say it, it's special. But we're also doing like Metal Gear. That killed my brain. Yakuza, Metal I said Metal Gear, Ace Combat. We're doing all sorts of stuff. Come back for more of it. Delta and Gears next week when those come out. It's going to be great. All sorts of shit. Come back for any of it. Also, if you haven't done so already, feel free to go ahead and leave a like. Algorithm on the YouTube side helps out a lot. Appreciate it. Thank you if you've done so already. Thank you if you're about to do so. Other than that, if you're looking for links to anything else outside of Twitch or YouTube, they're in the description on YouTube. They're on the channel page and chat commands on Twitch. Also, on the YouTube side, new video went up this morning. Resident Evil Revelations 2. You should watch it. I think it's pretty good. I've been told it's good. You should watch it. Other than that, though, once again, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you always back here next time. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Thank you for coming to the stream, and goodbye.